A trapper declared to Gilgamesh, the leader of Uruk, "A wild man unlike any other has come down from the mountains. He is strong and mighty like Anu's meteorite. His whole body is covered with hair. The hair on his head is long like a woman's. He knows neither people nor settled living, and wears a garment like Samukan, the god of wild animals. He eats grass in the hills with the gazelles and jostles with wild beasts at the waterholes. I'm afraid and dare not go near him. He fills in the pits that I have dug. He destroys the traps that I have set. He lets the cattle and the beasts of the field escape from my hands and does not allow me to hunt them." Gilgamesh said to the trapper, "Go and bring the harlot Shamhat with you. When he comes to the watering place, you will strip naked and expose her vagina. When he sees her beckoning, he will embrace her, and the beasts of the wilderness will reject him." The trapper returned, bringing the harlot Shamhat with him. On the third day they reached the watering hole. For 2 days they sat and waited. The wild beasts arrived and slaked their thirst with water. Then he, Enkidu, whose home was the mountains, and who ate grasses with the gazelles, came to drink at the watering hole. With the wild beasts he slaked his thirst with water. Then Shamhat saw him, a savage fellow from the depths of the wilderness. The trapper spoke to her, "Behold, there he is. Now, disclose thy vagina, uncover thy nakedness, and let him enjoy thy favors. Be not ashamed, but yield to his sensuous lust. He shall see thee, and shall approach unto thee. Remove thy garment, and he shall lie in thine arms. Satisfy his desires after the manner of women. Then the wild beasts who shared his life in the fields will reject him while he presses firmly against thy breasts." And Shamhat disclosed her vagina, uncovered her nakedness, welcomed his eagerness, and let him enjoy her favors. She was not ashamed, but yielded to his sensuous lust. She removed her garments, he lay in her arms, and she satisfied his desires after the manner of women. He pressed her breasts firmly. For 6 days and 7 nights Enkidu enjoyed the love of Shamhat. When he had sated himself with her charms, he went back towards the wild beasts. When the gazelles saw him, they bolted away. When the wild creatures saw him, they fled. This startled Enkidu, and his body grew faint. His knees became rigid. Enkidu's body was utterly depleted. He could not run after them, and he was less agile than ever before. Enkidu had grown weak, for wisdom was within him, and the thoughts of a man were in his heart. Turning around, he sat down at the harlot's feet, gazed into her face, and listened to what she said. The harlot said unto Enkidu, "You are wise, Enkidu, and now you have become like a god. Why do you run wild with the beasts in the hills? Come with me. I will take you to strong-walled Uruk, to the blessed temple of Ishtar and of Anu, of love and of heaven. There Gilgamesh lives, who is very strong, who is wise to perfection, but who struts his power over men like a wild bull." What she said found favor with him. Enkidu spoke to the harlot. "Come, Shamhat, take me away with you to the sacred holy temple, the residence of Anu and Ishtar, the place of Gilgamesh. I will challenge him. Let me shout out in Uruk, 'I am the mighty one.' Lead me in, and I will defeat him. He whose strength is mightiest is the one born in the wilderness." Shamhat said to Enkidu, "Let us therefore go to Gilgamesh, that he might gaze upon thy visage. I shall lead thee to Gilgamesh, for I know where he shall be. In Uruk, Enkidu, you will see the people display themselves in their finery and rejoice each day in some holiday revel, as the lyre and drum cease not in their endless music. Here harlots stand eternal vigil in their beauty, ripe in their bodies, merry in their countenance, and always ready to take to the sheets forever spread on the couches of the night. Enkidu, thou knowest not how to live like a man. To thee I shall show Gilgamesh, effusive in his emotion. His face glows with heroic courage. Strength he possesses, magnificent is his whole body. His power is stronger than thine. He neither rests nor tires, neither by day nor by night. O Enkidu, change thy wrong thoughts. I love Gilgamesh. Anu, Bel, and Ea are whispering wisdom into his ear. Before thou hadst come down from the mountain, Gilgamesh saw thee in a dream in Uruk. As Enkidu was sitting before the woman, her loins he embraced. Her vagina he opened. Enkidu forgot the place where he was born. 6 days and 7 nights Enkidu continued to cohabit with the harlot. The harlot opened her mouth and spoke to Enkidu. I gaze upon thee, O Enkidu, like a god thou art. Why with the cattle dost thou roam across the field? Come, let me lead thee into Uruk, to the holy house, the dwelling of Anu. O Enkidu, arise, let me bring thee to the place where Gilgamesh lives, perfect in vitality. And thou, like a wife, wilt embrace him. Thou wilt love him like thyself. Come, arise from the ground and find a place for yourself. Shamhat pulled off her clothing and clothed him with one piece, while she clothed herself with the other. She took hold of him and brought him to the hut of the shepherds. The shepherds gathered all around him. They marveled to themselves. How this youth resembles Gilgamesh, tall in stature, towering up to the battlements over the wall. Surely he was born in the mountains. His strength is as mighty as Anu's meteorite. They placed food in front of him. They placed beer in front of him. Enkidu knew nothing about eating bread for food, and of drinking beer he had not been taught. The harlot spoke to Enkidu, saying, Eat the food, Enkidu. It is the way one lives. Drink the beer, as is the custom of the land. Enkidu ate the food until he was sated. He drank the beer, 7 jugs, and became expansive and jolly and sang with joy. He was elated and his face glowed. A barber removed the hair on his body and anointed him with oil. Enkidu turned into a human. He put on some clothing and became like a warrior. He took up his weapon and chased away the lions and the wolves. With Enkidu as their guard, the shepherds could rest and lie down. A wakeful man, a singular youth, Enkidu was twice the height of other men.